Hey guys, this is not going to be the top tier showcase that I would try and pull off. This is just me working on my car, just videos slapped together of me trying to fix my own transmission instead of paying $2,000 to have it professionally done because of a stupid mistake. Long story short, don't floor it in reverse. There is cursing that has been bleeped out, so it's me working on a car, so I don't know what you expect, but yeah. So the main goal of this video was for me to take apart my transmission and take out and put in a new reverse band, so you know. So the first thing I wanted to do was to bring the car in the shop to jack it up in the air. Jacking a car up in the air can be very dangerous. You can have the car slide off a jack if it's not steady enough, or damn near kill you. So, the jacking setup I used was 4 jack stands and 2 jacks, and I moved those jacks around depending on where I worked on the car, if I worked on the front or back into the car. So you always want 2 points of contact. Like, 2 things has to fail for that car to crush on you, because one of the worst fears I have is something that I'm working on crushes me to death. So I always take extra precautions to do that, and I often want somebody working with me on top of the car, so I have an extra point of someone to call emergency services. So jacking up a car can be very dangerous, so be safe.
I did the exact same thing to my mom. It was awful to live through as a teenager. It was a serious failure to me being resistant or ever relying on anyone for anything.
Okay.
My husband obviously
That's probably good for what we're doing right now.
His dad's car can only hold 1 passenger, which isn't practical for a T. Onto the main run. Rex texted me yesterday around 12 o'clock asking if we could borrow my car. He and his friends wanted to go to the mall. He was friends to the mall.
So what I'm taking out of the car right now is the drive shaft, and the drive shaft is actually probably the easiest part of taking off the car and putting it back on. You could change a drive shaft in like 30 minutes. It's easy. So things I need to take off is all the linkages that connect the transmission, electrical connections, the exhaust. I need to disconnect that a little bit. And the starter, that needs to come off. And eventually the bolts holding on to the car. The cross member, yeah, that's a big one too. That one was a real big pain in the rear end, so. Now you can see above that weir now. You can now see the rear end of the transmission.
Alright.
We want to actually take that cross member out that's below it too as well. That was the biggest pain in the rear end. My shoes soaked. That one's kind of fine, but it is a mess. I feel bad because my papal shop and I kind of all up. It is a bloodbath. Oh my gosh. Oh, this sucker was such a pain to get out, even though it just got taken out and got rebuilt like less than 15,000 miles ago. It was such a pain in the I don't know how. Whatever. I don't know. Good lord, this was a ordeal. I'm happy that it ended with this, but it's going to take about an hour or 2 of cleanup. This is a mess. So our transmission is all apart, and it is all on this table.
or forklift that is now used as a table because fun, that's why. So our transmission guy actually hinted at what was wrong in our magical box that we still don't know how it works. Is the reverse band was probably snapped, and since this transmission is this transmission type, this is a revised version of the Ford AOD. It's also used in the Econoline series and the F series and all of the Panther platform. So you got your vans, your trucks, and all of these little guys, and your grandpa cars. And what happens in a lot of cases is this, from this point on, will actually snap off, and then this is just dangling around your transmission. And so that little pin inside there has nothing to push against, not that pin, that's overdrive, but that pin right here that my finger's kind of waving around, that would actually force up with those two teeth there, matching these two teeth here. It would actually force it to engage. So that didn't happen in this case. This didn't break off. But a little hint there, all this clutch material right here, it's gone. It's actually worn down to the metal in some cases. There's some, but not enough. But on this case, this is a brand new one. There's a lot of clutch material, so we're gonna get that. And then, I hopefully will have that in class if I'm ready to look at. Okay, so this is our culprit. This is what's causing our issues, and it actually caused a little scoring here, which, it's not good, it's not bad, it's clean, dirty but clean kind of thing. It's fine. It's fine. It'll work. So we're not gonna mess with that. That'll be expensive. We're just gonna leave that alone. So, culprit. This is gonna be a replacement. So we're gonna slap this back together, and hopefully we'll have reverse. Hopefully we'll have reverse. So this process took a little bit more than I was gonna think about putting this actually back together. So that pin that was in the last video where I kind of showed this a little bit, there used to be a pin here. This pin forced the overdrive band to engage, and that was in the way. We didn't have enough clearance to get this whole contraction back into the transmission. But I popped this out. To get it out, I didn't need to take it out, but to get it back in, I need to get rid of that. So I had to take the whole valve body off, which the valve body it's magical. It does whatever it does. I don't know how it works. All I know is it uses hydraulic pressures and all that fun stuff to shift gears, do all that fun stuff, and blah blah blah. It's a magical box. So this is parts of the valve body. I'm trying not to get dirty because I'm holding the camera. Ooh. And right there, if you look really closely, you'll see where I am not going to school for a mechanical degree, or whatever that is, hydraulic dynamics, or whatever that is. Yeah, so all that just to get a little pin out. Amazing.
So we got the valve body all back together. I used a cardboard cutout to make sure all the correct bolts went back to their corresponding location, because all those bolts are different sizes. It's a pain in the rear to get everything. And I was having a conversation with my papa at the time when I was filming this. He's a man who let me use his shop for about 2 weeks. It was about a 2-weekend project of this, and it's still not done, and helped me out a lot. So, special thanks to him for letting me use his shop. He really did not give a crap about me taking up almost all of his shop during a cold fit where he was getting business for fixing furnaces. But transmission, it's working, it's coming together at this point. couples therapy with a car be like? Okay, sitting here talking with Vicky. She doesn't like to back out of her situation. She always likes to go head first into it. She doesn't like to get out of her own situation. So she always has to be pulled back out of the situation she gets into, and that causes a lot of drama. Today we're going in depth into her problems and pulling out the issues and replacing the issues. But I don't even know. I'm just kind of just having fun with this. I really need to film a bit like this. But the video's gonna be forever long. Oh well, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Little did he know that he just filmed the bit. Amazing. So I'm using my monkey brain to get this transmission back in because we do not have enough clearance between the car and the ground for that transmission jack with the transmission on top of it to go in this place. So, using my mega small brain, we're going to try and get this back in there. Hey, sometimes my peanut brain works.
Take it up just a speck, see what happens.
More?
Yeah. Okay, we'll jam it up there somewhere. Let me see.
Yeah.
Come up with the bottom of the tail here. It almost acts like the tail end of it needs to go down some.
Okay.
Your tail.
So now the transmission is all in. I didn't really do much filming of putting it back in because it was just me most of the time, and my papa helped with me actually like getting it mated to the torque converter. That's the hardest part of getting it in. But yeah, I didn't film the first startup because the startup, the engine was kind of risky. It was kind of like getting the fluid just right, getting the fluid level just right. It's still not right as of now of voice recording. It's still high. I don't know how high the fluid is, but it's too higher than it should be. But I did not film it. So this is a clip I sent to a friend down in Alabama to let him know how loud the exhaust was, because the exhaust was not connected yet. It was just running right off the converters. And fun fact, as of this time, we put in exhaust cutouts because I was really stupid to put exhaust cutouts at the perfect time. So now here is where we get to the sad part, or the sad part in my mind is all that effort was for nothing. Did I succeed in what my goal was? Yes. The car did reverse under its own power out of the bay. And it's drivable, but it's now got other issues. Overdrive does not work. Park does not like to work sometimes. I literally went to a McDonald's and put the car in park, and it rolled back 4 feet, going clink, 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 and then it finally locked into place. So now I have to use the e-brake anytime I want to park the car, which that's standard procedure. But if you want to do this yourself, have a spare transmission on standby. I already have a transmission lined up. I'll be getting it sometime next week. It has 10,000 miles on it, and it just got rebuilt. The car is a 2007 Crown Vic. It just got rear-ended, and it's getting parted out, so I jumped on that. So don't floor it in reverse, guys. It's not fun, especially you, Monty. Don't floor it in reverse. But yeah. Would I do it again? No. Was it fun? Yes. But have fun.
I had all and then most of you, some and now none of you. Taking me back to the night we met. back to